everybody, welcome to Gabymathematics YouTube channel. This video is regarding Form 4 Selangor 2024 year-end paper. So we're going to discuss Bahagian A together. So I already uploaded the material and put in description box. So students, you may click and download the paper, do together. Okay, so let's look at first question. Let's go. Let's look at the first question. So the diagram shows the graph of quadratic functions. So they give us this. So they ask us to determine what is the value of g and h. Okay, first we have to identify the a, b, and c from the quadratic function. So the a is the number in front of x squared, which is 1. B is the number in front of x, 2. C is the number behind, which is negative 15. Okay, so to find g and h, okay, the minimum point. So the g coordinate here is actually the axis of symmetry. So how do we find axis of symmetry? So there's a formula to apply, so which is x equal negative b over 2a. Okay, so since we already know the b and a, so we can sub in order to get the x. Okay, negative b is 2 over 2a is 1. So at the end we get, okay, this one simplifies, so we get negative 1. So meaning the g coordinate is negative 1. Okay, then h we don't know. Now whenever in a coordinate, if you know x, you want to find y. So we sub into the quadratic function, you'll be able to get it. Okay, so h is actually fx. Okay, so now sub into this. So x we already found it is negative 1. So negative 1 bracket square plus 2 bracket put negative 1 minus 15. So at the end, what do we get for h? So here is positive 1, this one minus 2, so minus 15. So at the end, the answer is negative 16. Okay, so you can conclude the answer. G is negative 1, H is negative 16. Okay, let's look at B. State the equation of quadratic function form when the graph is reflected in the x-axis. Okay, the question means if this is the axis of reflection, so reflected in the x-axis, so the whole graph will become, now this will be a happy face. But when it reflected, so everything will become negative, terbalik. So the quadratic function at the end will become, okay, so I write here B. So the original function is fx equal x squared plus 2x minus 15, correct? But now when this graph is reflected, so this whole thing will become negative. So at the end, the quadratic function will become negative x squared minus 2x, negative will become plus 15. So this is the new quadratic function after reflected. Okay, let's look at question number 2. So diagram shows a parallelogram, segi empat selari. Okay, so the characteristic of parallelogram will be, so the opposite side they are parallel, opposite side they are parallel. Okay, given that O is origin, so here they say SR is parallel to x-axis. SR is parallel to x-axis. Here they want to emphasize that SR is actually a horizontal line. Okay, so they also give us the equation of QR. Okay, let's label beside. QR here, so they say y equal 2x minus 10. Okay, from this equation, we know that the gradient is how much? So this is actually y equal mx plus c format, right? So when you see the number beside x, so you know this is actually m, the gradient. So if the gradient of QR is 2, the gradient of PS, because these two lines, they are parallel, so the gradient will also be 2, correct? They have the same gradient. Okay, look at first question. So they want equation. So they ask for equation persamaan of PS. Okay, let's see where is PS here. Now, whenever you see a slant line, when they ask for equation, when it is a slant line, always start with y equal mx plus c. Okay, so the first thing we need to find is m, gradient, kecerunan. The second thing to find is c, y-intercept, pintasan, y. Okay, so do we have m? Yes, just now we already say the gradient is 2. Okay, once we have m, okay, you can put it in. Okay, do we have c, y-intercept? Where is y-intercept? So if this line extend longer, okay, it will intercept with y-axis. So this is the c we want. But obviously in this question is not given. So whenever it is not given, we need to find on our own how to find c. Always choose a coordinate to sub. Okay, which coordinate? If you want to find PS, you have to choose coordinate related to this line, which is P. Understand? Okay, so now we have M already. Okay, we put M in first. Okay, this is question A. So Y equals, so the M is 2x plus, okay, we don't know the C, so we write C. Okay, so now if you want to find C, we sub a coordinate. Okay, we sub which one? Just now we say we have to sub P. Okay, we sub -3, 5. Okay, so the Y is 5. The X is -3 plus C. So at the end, the C we get is, okay, 5 equal, here -6 plus C. If you want to find C, okay, we move -6 over. Then you will get C. Okay, so -6 bring over become +6. So C equals to 5 plus 6, C equals to 11. Okay, so last step, you write the whole equation one more time. So Y equal to X plus 11. So this is the equation of PS. Okay, so now B. B, the question asks for coordinate of Q. Okay, coordinate of Q here. This one. Now, the question from the start, so they say that it is a parallelogram. So these SR and PQ, they are parallel. Okay, meaning it is a horizontal line. Okay, so now we need to find the coordinate of Q. Okay, coordinate means we will have X and Y. So when 2 points P and Q join together, it is a horizontal line. Which coordinate will be the same? They will share a common coordinate. So same X or same Y. Okay, look at P and Q. So when they join together, it forms a horizontal line. They will share a common Y coordinate. So meaning we already know the Y is 5. Same as P. Okay, so the Y is 5. How about X? Okay, we don't know the X, but it's okay. So as long as in a coordinate, you know one of the coordinate, you want to find the other one, we can sub into the equation. Okay, we have equation of QR, this line, given. Then we have Y, we want to find X, so we sub this into the equation, you will be able to get the answer. Okay, so to find B, okay, the equation is Y equal to X minus 10. Okay, so we sub X5. Okay, so Y is 5, 2, X don't know, remain the X minus 10. Okay, so at the end, can I find X? Can bring this -10 over. So become plus 5 plus 10 equals to 2X. So 15 equals to 2X. So at the end, X equals to, okay, bring the 2 over, become divide. Okay, X equals to, okay, you can choose to write as a fraction or decimal, up to you. So 15 divided by 2, you can leave your answer like this because cannot simplify anymore. Or you can write it as 7.5. Okay, I put it at 7.5. So X is 7.5, Y is 5. Okay, at the end, the coordinate of Q, write one more time, 7.5 and 5. So this is the coordinate. Okay, let's look at question number 3. Okay, now determine whether following sentence is a statement or not a statement. Pernyataan atau bukan pernyataan. So when a sentence you're able to tell true or false, then it is a statement. When you can't tell, means it is not a statement. Okay, look at this. Divide 27 by 3. So true or false? So they don't even give us the answer. So we can't tell whether it is true or false, correct? So this is not a statement. Okay, this is not a statement. So this is bukan pernyataan. Okay, because there's no answer given, and if it's no answer, meaning you can't tell whether it is true or false. So it is not a statement. Okay, let's look at B. Complete the following premise 1 to form a valid and sound deductive argument. So we have to identify the format. This one belongs to which type. So for argument, we have type 1, 2, and 3. Bentuk 1, 2, dan 3. Okay, based on premise 2 and conclusion, let's see. PQRST is a regular pentagon. PQRST has 5 sides of equal length. So this one is which type? 1, 2, or 3? Okay, you look at the keyword here. So the first thing for premise 2 and conclusion, they are exactly the same. So when you see exactly the same, this one belongs to type 1. Okay, bentuk pertama. So what is type 1? Okay, let's see the format. So for type 1, so premise 1, premise 2, and conclusion. So it always comes with 3 sentences. Okay, so the first premise is always start with all, semua. All A is B. C is A. C is B. Okay, so the format. So when it is type 1, premise 2 and conclusion must be exactly the same thing. Okay, which is the same as the question given, exactly the same thing. Okay, so now premise 1, we have to start with all. Okay, all what? So we have to mention A first. So based on the format, A means the thing in front. Okay, so we have to mention A first. Okay, PQRS is a regular pentagon. So we write all regular pentagon have, so have what? B. Okay, we have to write things at the back. Have 5 sides of equal length. Okay, so for BM student, so semua. So we start with semua. Okay, semua pentagon sekata. Okay, just copy this one. Mempunyai 5 sisi yang sama panjang. Okay, so this is the answer for premise 1. Okay, let's look at C. Okay, here they say sum of interior angle of a regular polygon with n side is this formula, n minus 2 times 180. Make a general conclusion by deduction. Okay, so I need all of you to highlight this. Deduction. Secara deduksi. When you see this word deduction, meaning they want you to find answer. A very specific conclusion, which means they want you to find answer. If it's induction, meaning they want you to form a formula. The other way around. Okay, so deduction means find answer. Find answer for what? So the sum of interior angle of a regular octagon. Okay, octagon how many sides? Octagon is 8 sides. Okay, so use the formula given, find answer. Okay, for this, the octagon 8 sides, so 8 minus 2 times 180. So here you will get 1 mark. So if you find the final answer, 6 times 180, so 1080 degree, then you will get another mark. So total 2 marks, 1 for each. Alright, let's go to next one. Okay, number 4. Okay, here, this is a transformation. Okay, let's see the question. Quadrilateral JKLM is the image of PQRS under 90 degree anti-clockwise rotation at the center of -2, 6. Okay, so we need to draw and label quadrilateral PQRS in the answer space. Okay, so to draw PQRS, first you have to identify which is object, which is image. So here they say JKLM is image of PQRS. PQRS is object, which means this question, they want you to draw object instead. So they give us image already, but now you need to draw object. Object means the original shape. So we start from object, they only go image one. Okay, so under 90 degree anti-clockwise, the center -2, 6. Okay, so we draw in the answer space here. Okay, so this is image. So for rotation, okay, the given information is, so it rotates 90 degree anti-clockwise, the center -2, 6. Okay, for rotation, first thing, find where is the center. So the center is -2, 6. Okay, let's plot. -2, 6. Okay, here. So this is the center. Okay, so now choose one point from image. Okay, let's say L. And now this L join to the center. Okay, join to the center. Okay, you draw one line. Okay, so remember, now we need to draw object. Okay, so you have to think from object, swing to image must form 90 degree anti-clockwise. Where must be the object? Where must be L, the object of L? So now this L is image, remember? Okay, so 90 degree, can you picture where is 90 degree? So 90 degree will give you L shape, a V shape, something like this. If you can't tell where is 90 degree, you can use anything that gives you 90 degree. For example, ruler. Okay. But for this question, it's quite easy to identify because the line here is so short. Okay, I want anti-clockwise at 90 degree. Okay, it will be here. Okay, it will be, okay, wait, it will be here. Okay, so this one, two boxes, so the object of L, this one. Okay, let's say if you're not sure whether it is 90 degree or not, you can take out your ruler. Okay, imagine this is my ruler. So I take the corner of the ruler, okay, this 90 degree, slot this 90 degree in and check whether it gives you perfect 90 degree or not. Okay, yes, you see that? Okay, so now, okay, take away the ruler. Okay, this is the L we want, but remember, this is, okay, wait, this, they don't call it as L, so they call it as what? So they call it as PQRS. Okay, so JK, this is JKLM, so PQRS. So this is actually the P. Okay, so check one more time. Object, this is object, L is image. From object to image, it gives us 90 degree, and this is called anti-clockwise. Okay, so you find every point, then only we draw it out. Okay, so the second point I choose is M. Okay, so M join to the center first. Okay, so now imagine 90 degree, where is it? Okay, so you see this line go through 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 boxes. Okay, another line we need to draw is okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here. So here 90 degree. If it's not sure, you can use ruler and check. Okay, so this is the S. Okay, so continue for other point. Okay, let's say I use green color. Okay, this J. Okay, J, if I join to center, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I draw another line, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So the J here will be P. Okay, wait, just now I labeled this wrongly already. Okay, this should be R. Okay, so if you draw 3 points, actually it's good enough for you to get a shape. Okay, so now we can join it up, P, S, this one, R. So can you find the other point? Okay, so the shape looks like this. So this go up and then go the other side. Okay, it's not necessarily have to draw all. Let's say if you draw 2 points, you are able to picture the answer, so you can straight away draw. Okay, so this is P, this is Q, P, Q, R, S. Yep, so this is the answer. Understand? Now, you don't have to erase all these lines. Just leave it. Okay? Let's go to part B. Okay, part B. Given quadrilateral ABCD, okay, ABCD is the image of EFGH under a certain transformation. Describe in full what transformation is this. Okay, ABCD is image, EFGH is object. ABCD image, EFGH, this is object. Okay, from object to image. So can you imagine, can you picture what transformation? So there will be 3 transformations we have learned so far. So it's either translation, translasi, whether it is a reflection, pantolan, or maybe it is a rotation, putaran. So which one? Okay, can it be translation? Translation is simply just move left, right, up, down. But obviously, so the orientation of the object image is different. So not translation. Okay, can it be reflection? Or maybe it's rotation. So these two sometimes can be quite similar, quite confusing. Okay, the answer here is reflection, guys, not rotation. Okay, not rotation, because okay, some of you might thought that it rotated 90 degree. But you see, object, let's say this line, okay, this line is the longer one. So if rotate 90 degree clockwise, here should be a longer one. But this one, the longer side, after that will become here. So what we can do here is, you join all the points together and see all the corresponding point. Okay, this 90 degree E and A, okay, join together. B and F, they're corresponding, join together. C and G corresponding. So you will realize that after joining all these points together, you get parallel lines. When they are all parallel, means it is actually a reflection. Okay, so for reflection, we need to describe what else? Okay, what do we need to find? For reflection, most important thing is the line. Okay, let's say for reflection, example. So this is, for example, this is object. If it's reflected, so this is the image. So the line, we call that axis of reflection, paksi pantulan, is always in between of object and image. Okay, we need to find this. Okay, object, image, the distance here must be the same. Object, image, distance must be the same. So this axis of reflection is always between object, image. So now, can you tell where is it? Okay, object here, image here. So the axis of reflection will be in the middle. So you have to take a ruler, make sure it passes through half of every box like this, exactly the middle. Okay, you can also count the boxes. Okay, count the boxes. So make sure the distance for left and right, they are the same. Okay, so this is the line. Okay, we need to find the equation of this line. Otherwise, we can't describe. Okay, we need to mention what is the equation of this line. Okay, it go to, okay, this line related to y equals to mx plus c. It is a slant line. When it is a slant line, okay, y equal mx plus c. So the first thing we need to find is m. The second thing we need to find is c. Okay, finding m is, we need two coordinates. Okay, along this line, you just simply choose two coordinates. Okay, the first coordinate, okay, I want to choose, okay, maybe here, this. Okay, this is -4, 12. The other coordinate I want to choose, which is very accurate one. Okay, I choose this one, 0, 8. Okay, it can be other than these 2 points, as long as it's along this line. Okay, so the gradient here, y2 minus y1, 12 minus 8, over x2 minus x1, -4 minus 0. So the gradient is, so this 4 over 94, gradient -1. Okay, so we have m. How about c? C is the y-intercept. So do you see this line? Touch y-axis here, 8. So the c is actually 8. So the equation, we will call it as y equal -x plus 8. Okay, the axis of reflection is this equation. Alright, so now we're going to describe. Okay, let's see. Okay, B. So we say that it is a reflection in the line y equal -x plus 8. So here you will get 2 marks. If you mention reflection correctly, find the equation correctly, so then you get 2 marks. Okay, for BM, it is called pantulan pada garis y equal -x plus 8. Okay, understand? Okay, let's see next one. Okay, question number 5, locus. Okay, on the diagram, draw this locus of x. Okay, how do we know what we have to draw? Okay, we come to question like this, equation type. Okay, if the locus is called x, okay, we find x. Okay, x here. So we get rid of the x. Okay, we cross it out. So now we left with 1 point, which is B. Okay, whenever if you see 1 point, so 1 point we have to draw circle. How big is the circle? As big as BA. Okay, let's look at the question. So question A, we need to draw a circle. So start from B. Okay, start from B, as big as BA. Okay. So your compass put at B. Okay, open the distance of BA and you need to draw a circle. So you just need to draw an arc. BA. Okay, something like this. Okay, make sure you draw with compass. So this is locus X. Okay, let's see next one. So number 2, locus of point Y. Okay, so such that the distance of MH from M. Okay, so again, it is 1 point. So 1 point, you need to draw a circle. How big is the circle? As big as MH. Okay, let's see. So start from M. Okay, M is in the middle. So open the distance of MH, which is this distance, using your compass. Draw a perfect circle. Okay, draw perfect circle. It can fit perfectly in the square. Okay, so this is locus Y. Alright, okay, next. Okay, number 3, locus of point Z. Okay, this Z always equal distance from point A and C. Now when it comes to 2 points, always equal distance from 2 points. So we always draw a straight line in the middle. Okay, let's find where is AC first. Okay, A here, C here. So these 2 points, okay, we need to draw a straight line in the middle. But make sure you don't straight away draw with your ruler. You have to use compass. Okay, compass, you have to show the step. This working as well. Okay, so take a compass, cross like this, 1, and then the other side, 1. Then change side, put at C, another cross, cross. So you will get a cross. Then only you draw straight line. Okay, join it up. Okay, this is the locus of Z. Okay, you need to label. Okay, so this is locus Z. Okay, at the end, what do they want? So they want you to mark the intersection of Y and Z. Okay, read carefully. Not all the 3 locus, but only Y and Z. Okay, Y and Z meaning blue and green color. Y and Z. Okay, so the intersection is here and here. Okay, done. Okay, let's look at question 6. So there are few locations. Okay, so we have this M, L, T, S, and J station in the flower plantation. Okay, 5 stations. Okay, so now what do they want us to do? So complete undirected weighted graph. Graph tak terarah, meaning you don't have to draw arrow, no need. Berpemberat, but the line, the edge that you draw, you need to label value. So you need to put all the distance on top. Okay, so according to this, okay, let's see. So use ruler, ML, okay, ML here. Okay, so put 2, this one done. MS, this one 3.2, SJ, sorry, SL 1.6, SJ, this one 2.2, JM 1.7, and TS 1.9. Okay, done. Okay, let's look at B. Zaitun start the fertilizer delivery from tulip station, meaning from S. Draw a directed and weighted graph. Okay, lukis satu graph terarah, meaning now you need to draw arrow, and berpemberat, you need to label. So if Zaitun needs to deliver fertilizer to each station, with every station being visited once only, calculate the shortest distance. So you need to go through every station, but with the shortest distance. Okay, so meaning, okay, here, so this one is M, okay, so this is J, this is L, so this is S, so this is T. Okay, for this type of question, no choice, you have to try and error to find the shortest distance. Okay, so the answer will be this way. Start from T. Okay, from T to S to L to M, finally to J. So this is the shortest distance already. Okay, so when you do it on your own, maybe you need to try a few routes to see which one is actually the shortest. Okay, but the answer now is T to S. Directed, make sure you put arrow 1.9. S to L 1.6. L to M, this one 2, M to J, so this is 1.7. Okay, so the question asks us to calculate the shortest distance. Okay, so the shortest distance, okay, add everything up, 1.9, 1.6 to 1.7. So at the end, the answer is 7.2 km. Alright, let's go to question 7. Okay, diagram 5 shows speed time graph. Okay, so this is a speed time graph of the movement of an object in 28 seconds. Okay, A. Calculate the time in second dalam saat taken by the object from maximum speed to stationary. Okay, which means they are referring to which part? Maximum speed. So in this graph, the highest, the maximum speed is 17. To stationary, stationary means stop. So meaning they're actually referring to this part. This part. So because at the end here, stop. So what is the time taken? Okay, what is the duration, the time taken? So from 12 seconds to 28. So we can minus 28 minus 12. So it taken 16 seconds. Okay, question A. 28 minus 12, so the answer is 16 seconds. Alright, B. Calculate the value of V if the rate of change of speed of the object in first 12 seconds is this. Kadar perubahan laju. Rate of change of speed, how do we find it? So rate of change of speed is also means acceleration. Pecutan. So acceleration is always the change in speed divided by the change in time. Speed divided by time. But make sure you know that it's the change. You need to minus. Okay. So first 12 seconds. First 12 seconds, they are referring to this part. Okay, what is the change in speed? So the speed starts from V, not start from 0, start from V. And then 12 seconds later, the speed becomes 17. So the change in speed is 17 minus V. So the time taken, 12 seconds, equals to the answer given, equals to 1 over 4. Okay, so rate of change of speed means acceleration, equals to speed divided by time. So the acceleration given 1 over 4. So the speed, we must take the change in speed 17 minus V divided by the time taken, which is 12. Alright, from here we can find V. Okay, fraction equal fraction. We can do cross multiplication. So 12 times 1, 12. 4 is divide. If you bring over here, become times. So 4 bracket 17 minus V. 12 equal, oh, I think moving the 4 here better, faster. So from time become divide. 12 divided by 4, which is 3. 3 equals to 17 minus V. So at the end, V equals to, so I bring the negative V over, then the 3 move here. 17 minus 3, V equals to 14. Okay, what is the unit of V? So V is actually speed, meter per second. Okay, so let's go next one. Let's look at question number 8. So question number 8 is about number bases. So they give us the ratio of these 3 persons and they say that Ganesh paid this amount, but this amount is in base 9. How much does Raj need to pay? State your answer in base 10. Okay, first we have to convert this amount to base 10. Okay, 2, 7, 8, 3, base 9, change to base 10. So we label this 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first digit is 2. 2 times 9 cubed plus 7 times 9 square plus next one 8 times 9 plus 3 times 9 power 0. Okay, let's total out. So this is 1458. So this is 567. So this is 72. Then this one 3. So add together. So total 2100 base 10. Okay, this is the amount for Ganesh alone. Okay, Ganesh is which part? So this one Raj, this one Ganesh, this one Salvas. So Ganesh is 3 parts. So now we need to know Raj, 2 parts. Okay, so to find Raj, what we can do is we take 2100 ringgit, base 10, okay, divide by 3 because Ganesh has 3 parts, and we need to find Raj, which is 2 parts times 2. Divide 3 times 2. So at the end, Raj is 1400, but this is base 10. So at the end, we want the answer to be base 6. From 10 to a smaller base, we need to divide. The 1400 divide by 6. So we get 233. Ignore the decimal in the calculator. Okay, so now if you want to find Baki remainder, you take 233 times 6. So 233 times 6 is 1398. So the difference is, compared with this one, is 2. So Baki 2. Okay, divide it by 6 again. Okay, 233 divided by 6. Okay, we write 38. How about the how about the Baki? So we take 38 times 6. Okay, 38 times 6, I get 228. 228 and 233. The difference is 5. Okay, so Baki 5 divided by 6 again. 38 divided by 6. Okay, write 6. 6 times 6, 36. But here 38. So 2 divided by 6, 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So you get whole number. So that's why the Baki is 0. You still have to write. Okay, continue again. 6. 1 divided by 6. Smaller number cannot divide by a bigger number, so we put 0. Okay, lastly, the baki. So because this number cannot be divided just now, so now write it down. So this is our baki. So at the end, the answer, we read from bottom to top. So that is 10252 base 6. Okay, so let's go to next one. Okay, let's look at question number 9. So it shows a trapezium shape of a floor plan for the land of a house. Okay, so here they say perimeter. So perimeter of the land is 160. Calculate the value of x. So perimeter meaning you have to add all the length together. But now we don't have this line. So this length is missing. So we need to find this. Okay, so maybe we can add a line here. So if we add a line here, so we get a right angle triangle. Okay, let's see what we have. So this one definitely 40. Okay, what is the length here? Okay, because we draw horizontally, if this is x, so this will also be x. So this whole thing is x plus 9. Okay, so if this is x, meaning this will be 9. Okay, so we have 40, we have 9, so we can find the slant line by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so square root, we need to find the longest, so plus 40 square plus 9 square. So square root 1681. So we get 41 meter. Okay, so this 41 meter. So we can add everything up to get x now. So 41 x 40 x plus 9. X 40 x plus 9 equals to 160. Okay, so to find x, so this one x plus x is 2x. Plus all these number, so 41 plus 40 plus 9, so it's 90, equals to 160. So to find x, okay, bring this 90 over, 160 minus 90. So 2x equals to 70. So x equals to, so the 2 bring over become, divide 70 divided by 2. So x equals to 35 meter. Okay, so we have done finding x. Okay, so now calculate the area of the land. So this land is in trapezium. Okay, do you all still remember area of trapezium? How to find area of trapezium? So the formula for trapezium is always 1 over 2 a plus b times height. Okay, the a and b are the parallel side. Okay, let's see where's the parallel side. So these and these two will be the a and b. Okay, since we know x already, x is 35. So this 35. So 35 plus 9, so this one 44. So the a and b. Height 40. Okay? So 1 over 2, 35 plus 44 times height is 40. So at the end, 1580 meter square. Okay, done. Let's go. Last question in Bahagian A, question 10. So they show us the type of game participated by a group of pupils. Okay, complete the Venn diagram in the answer space. Okay, so when we fill in this Venn diagram, we always start with the intersection of all 3 games first. So which is this. So tennis, badminton and squash, 5 people. So put in the middle. Okay, this one done. Okay, then after that, tennis and badminton, where is it? Tennis, badminton here. So when they say tennis and badminton, is including the 5. So 6 here, meaning we left 1. Okay, so this one done. Squash and badminton, where is it? Squash and badminton. So they are referring to this part. So total 10, including the 5. So since we already wrote 5, so meaning here will be 5. Okay, badminton only here 6. Tennis only, so this one 10. Tennis, okay, there's no only, just tennis. Okay, tennis meaning they are referring to this whole circle. Okay, so now we're left with 1 empty space. So what we have to fill in? So total 25. So 25 minus 10 minus 5 minus 1. So here we put 9. Okay, last squash. Okay, 23. So this 23 refers to this whole thing. Okay, so how about the empty one? 23 minus 9 minus 5 minus 5. So which is 4. Part B. Find the percentage of people who participated in squash only. Okay, squash only 4 people. So how about the total participant? So you total up, how many participants here? 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4. Okay, they are total 40. Squash only 4 people. So how about the percentage? So 4 over total 40, then times 100. So at the end it is 10%. Okay, so that's it for Bahagian A. So thanks for staying until the end of the video. So if you have any question regarding this paper, you can always leave your comment. I will reply you as soon as possible. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.